Good afternoon, everyone. Please, thank you for joining us for the online undergraduate business programs. This session is being recorded. My name is Julie Anderson. I'm the enrollment specialist here. Along with me is Shannon Scott, who is the Assistant Director of Advising, Support, and Retention. As I said, session is being recorded. The application fee waiver code will be provided at the end of the presentation. And you can use the chat feature to ask questions, and we'll be answering those questions at the very end. Today's session, we are going to discuss the introduction to online learning, overview of the program, admissions requirements, helpful resources, and questions and discussions.
All right. So as you look at this slide, there's a number of things to note here about our Charlton College of Business. One, it's accredited. So what that means for you, the college must meet certain standards to be called a college of business. And our accrediting body, as you see here, is AACSB, which stands for the Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business. And below that, you see our ranking. This tells you we're good at what we do. These rankings are not easy to achieve. They're highly coveted. This shows to you that our faculty and administrators are invested in the success of the College of Business, which translates to your success. And we've also achieved the military-friendly status, and we're proud of earning this title and working with our military recruits. All right. Now, for this slide, the main takeaway is that we have an online program to meet your educational and career goals. If you want to run your own business, be an accountant, manage stocks, work in marketing or operations, we have a program for you. With a degree from CCB, you'll be poised to enter your field or proceed on to graduate school. The point is, you're going to have options, and all online. Very briefly, every student at UMass Dartmouth needs at least 120 credits to get a bachelor's degree from us. Our programs are going to vary from 120 minimum up to 122, 2 more credits than the minimum. Now, if you enter UMass D with transfer credits, we're going to see this a little bit later, but you're going to know exactly what you have remaining prior to registration. That's the important thing to know. So options and everything is going to be mapped out for you prior to registration.
Okay, why would you want to take an online course with us? We have, as Shannon mentioned, a variety of programs to choose from. You can attend in the leisure of your home. You don't have to come to campus. It's also a fraction of the cost of face-to-face programs. And the same professors that teach the face-to-face programs also teach our online courses. What is asynchronous learning? Students can access their course materials online. You learn on your own schedule. There's no set time to log in. We do use Blackboard platform, and we do tell students to check that on a daily basis because of the syllabus to find out when your assignments are due. On the online classes, you want to make sure that if you can't do your assignments at the time that they are due, please email your professor. They will work with you to arrange some other ways to have that assignment due at another time.
Here we see our online course schedules, and I want to let you know that most of our students work. Many work full-time, some have children, and so many will attend part-time. But that doesn't mean that finishing your degree or completing your degree turns into a marathon. We essentially offer classes year-round. You want to go to school, we have a course for you year-round. So you see here, like every other school, we have our fall and spring. where courses can run either 7 weeks or the full 14 weeks, that traditional kind of semester. But we also run in the summer, and course run times are going to vary over the summer. But again, our students are not typically those students that stop going to school and lifeguard or work at the mall over the summer. We know you're working. A lot of you are working full time. So if you look at our course offerings over the summer, they're just as ample as the fall or spring because that's what our population needs. They want to finish their degree quickly, so we go year round. Now, for these 3-week sessions, we call these our inner sessions. These are especially intense because you take 14 weeks of work and squeeze that all down into 3. So it's a very unique fit. I tell students to register for these inner sessions if you have nothing else going on during those 3 weeks, because you do everything in just 3 weeks. But students do take us up on this. We have one that starts after the holiday and then after the spring semester. Again, especially intense, but you can earn 3 credits in 3 weeks to get you closer to that graduation. The point here for you, we go year round. You want courses, we've got courses. All right. Transfer credits. What's important to know here is that as long as you've attended a accredited institution and you earned a C- or higher in college level coursework, we're going to bring those credits over. All right. We also accept military credits. And again, like I was saying earlier, prior to registration, we're going to take all those transfer credits that you're bringing over, plug them into your new program, whether that's accounting, whether that's finance, or the general business administration, whatever you choose, we're going to plug in all your credits into our advising guide. So you're going to see exactly what you need prior to registration. We can count the number of courses, count the number of credits, map all that out prior to registration so you know exactly what you need. And students really appreciate that. We're able to transfer your credits in quickly. As long as we have the official transcripts, we're able to plug all of that stuff in. A lot of the times we're working with sister schools, partner schools that we have articulation agreements with. So we're very versed in doing this. As long as you get everything to us, we're going to turn that around quickly so you know exactly what you need moving forward.
Okay, now there's the admissions requirements. So you'd have to submit an application. You can go to www.umassd.edu/online, ready to apply. And like Shannon said, it's a rolling admissions. You will need the official copies of your high school transcripts. If you had earned a GED, you need to submit a GED certificate and high school transcripts if one is available. On the official transcripts itself, we will need the official transcripts from the college or university that you attended. I do want to stress on this. I have a lot of students that come to me and say they attended BCC but transferred credits from another college or university. If you've done that, we need those transcripts as well, because when you meet with your advisor, they need to see all the transfer credits with the grades on it that say what you received, so they can go ahead and speak to you about transfer credits. You also will need a personal statement stating why you want to come into, if you have 13 credits or less, you would need a personal statement. If you're an international student, we will need a TOEFL or Duolingo or IELTS test. These are English-based tests, and we would need your transcripts to be evaluated by CED or RUS evaluation. Now, those are done usually online. You can go online and look at CED and what's evaluation. They usually submit to us when you tell them to submit us a copy of your CED or what's evaluation, and they'll send it to us. I do want to stress back on the official transcripts. We do use Clearinghouse, and we also use Parchment. A lot of colleges or universities, if you go into their registrar's website, they will ask you to, they'll submit it electronically. The way the enrollment process works, you apply online, you submit admissions documents that I just stated, and then if you render a letter of admit letter, or an admit letter and you don't know if you want to come or not, you would have to submit the intent to enroll form. This part is very important for our advisors when they're trying to advise you and register for classes. This needs to be done beforehand. So if you get admitted into the program, you need to click that intent to enroll form found in your application. And then from there, you will schedule an academic advising appointment and you register for courses. Tuition is not due at the time of registration for courses. And myself and my colleague will help you in step-by-step process of this.
So for this slide, what you want to know is that we've got services to help you be successful here at UMass Dartmouth and the College of Business. Part of my job as an advisor is helping my advisees know where to go when they need help. And we're able to do that, and we have a lot of good services here to help you be successful. Navigating your curriculum is doable, especially in the College of Business, as most of the programs share a lot of the same foundation courses up through sophomore year. It really starts to differ around junior, senior year, depending on your program. So that's doable. Most students don't struggle with that. But it's good to know that you're going to meet with your advisor twice a year to look at your advising guide, look at what you've done, what you've checked off, and what you still have remaining. If it's certain elective courses, talk about which ones seem like a good fit for you, depending upon your educational and career goals. The point is that you're going to talk with an advisor every registration period or on an as needed basis. My advisees get an email from me. At the bottom of the email, there's a way to schedule an appointment with me. So always available. Obviously, modern times, a lot of this is done via email, but we are available through Zoom, and we're going to do that through all those registration periods. The point is, you're going to get the help you need to navigate all this. But one thing I tell my advisees, I can't read minds. So if you're struggling with a policy, or you have questions, you need clarification, you just got to let us know. We have a lot of good advisors in the office. So should you come to UMass Dartmouth and CCB, just make sure you reach out when you have questions.
Okay, the tuition for this online, it's per credit. So you're looking at 456 per one credit, times that by 3 is about $1,300, or 497 per credit, times that by 3, that would be about $1,400 per class. So we have different ways to finance your education. We have financial aid. I tell students who want to apply to our online programs to go ahead and fill out their FAFSA form beforehand. The FAFSA, the financial aid benefits, will not be granted to you until you are enrolled in classes, and you do have to be enrolled in 2 classes. We also have veteran educational benefits, employer tuition reimbursement benefits. This is when your employer might pay for your tuition. You just have to check to see if they do that. And now a new thing that we just incorporated is the corporate partnership with South Coast Health employees. They will receive a 10% tuition credit. We also have a payment plan, and we have a Ryan Reese scholarships for online undergraduate students. And I will have Shannon go ahead and speak more about that.
Ryan Reeves was an online student at UMass Dartmouth, and unfortunately, Ryan left us a little too early. But a donor in his name has provided us with a scholarship solely for online students. The requirements, you just have to be enrolled in an online program, and you have to have earned 15 credits at UMass Dartmouth. So those folks coming in fresh won't be eligible. But once you've earned those 15 credits and you have a 3.2, so the GPA is substantial. 3.2 is a good GPA. But it's something to shoot for, because a couple of facts here. We awarded 12 scholarships, 12 Ryan Reese scholarships for fall 23 and spring 2024. So 12 students in online programs getting a scholarship for the fall and the spring. Again, that 3-2, that's legitimate, but it's doable. And getting that 3-2 and just having earned 15 credit hours, please apply for the Ryan Reeves. We send out emails every semester encouraging students to do so. So know that that option is going to be there for you once you've got 15 credits and a 3.2.
And we have some helpful resources for you. Our online and continuing education main line and email address is there. The Student Service Center and Financial Aid, they work off of a ticket system, which means that you would have to submit an inquiry to them and they will get back to you in a timely manner. And as I spoke about the veterans benefits, this is the website and the email address that you can go to look at the Veterans Affairs benefits. And if you want to keep in touch with us, my name is again Julie Anderson. There's my email and phone number, and my colleague Tracy Souza, who is also the other enrollment specialist here. That's her email and phone number. And the student support, we have Shannon Scott's information below. At this time, I'm going to look at the chats. So let me see if we have any questions. It says, I noticed in Parchment there's only a drop down for UMass Amherst. Will they forward you to another option? I do know you have to put University of Massachusetts Dartmouth. I don't know if you look at the just UMass, I don't think you're gonna find it. I think you need to put University of Massachusetts Dartmouth for the Parchment. It should be there. If you have problems, please give me a call and I can help you with that. We have another question. Once you have been admitted to the program, how long does it take to be admitted? We usually render a decision within a week. The next question I have is, are the transfer credits, is there a due date for the transfer credits? In other words, expiration date? Shannon, you want to answer that one?
No. Again, as long as it's an accredited institution and you earned a C- or higher, we're going to bring in those transfer credits. And I'm trying to think, I've been in online continuing ed for a while, and I'm pretty sure I worked with a student who had transfer credits from the 70s. And so, taking psychology in 1976 is the same as psychology in 2023. Certainly, some things have come online, but the knowledge base is pretty much the same. So no date on those transfer credits.
Let's say you have more than 75 credits. Will you take the other credits left?
All right, good question. Yes, again, we're going to bring in those credits, all those credits. However, we have a residency requirement. Every student has to earn at least 45 credits at UMass Dartmouth to say that your degree is from UMass Dartmouth. Now, you may say, why is that important? Well, keep in mind, every school has a residency credit requirement. So I can't take 119 credits at the University of Akron and then take my last credit at Harvard and say my degree is from Harvard. So you have to have a certain percentage of your credits from that institution to say your degree is from there. Ours is set at 45, which is pretty standard. So maybe you bring in 80 credits over 5 over that 75, you're still going to earn at least 45 to get a degree from us. That's called our residency requirement.
Okay, at this time, I will conclude the, oh, I have one more question. Do you have to commit to online only, or can you switch to in-person or take person classes at any time?
It's a good question. And yes, we have students that will start online and then they decide at some point they want to come to campus, and that's perfectly fine. We have students that have started on campus and then want to switch to online. So you can do that. Those options are there for you. Prior to doing that, I always encourage students to ask questions, meet with me, talk about it. Most of the time, the most important thing is if a student has a scholarship. So sometimes if they have a scholarship, that can be only for what we call day students that are going on campus. But we have students that, depending upon their schedule, they might do 3 classes online, and then maybe for this math course or for, something they want to take on campus, they can. That option is there for you.
Okay, if no one has any other questions, I will go ahead and conclude this info session. Please hang on. I'm going to stop the recording right now, and I will be giving you the application fee waiver.